Last night, I attended the Spurs-Hornets game, which was awesome. For those of you who don't know, I am a longtime Spurs fan. I have been a fan of the Spurs since the spring of 1994. It's about to be 31 years come this March, so it's been a very long time. Also, the Hornets are my home team, which gave me the opportunity to see the Spurs play. They only come into town once a year. And I'd say I was fortunate to be able to see them play and play at full strength the other night. So I was very thankful for that experience. On top of that, I was able to get courtside seats to see the Hornets play. Now, I have to say, one of the luxuries of living in a small market area is that tickets tend to be very cheap for these teams, especially Hornet games. Tickets have always been very cheap compared to, I would say, the big markets like New York, Los Angeles. For example, I spent $500 just for this ticket, which I think was a great value when I compare it to how much a Lakers game would cost if I lived in LA, or a Knicks game would cost if I lived in New York to get the same type of ticket, probably like a few $1,000s, not even doable. So that's one of the cool perks, I would say, when it comes to having a small market team and just being able to have the affordability to get a really good ticket. Just you probably wouldn't be able to get into other big markets. One of the few advantages, especially if the home team is terrible, which the Hornets are. So I just want to throw that out there. But going to the game, it was a lot of fun. Just it was great to see both teams playing at full strength. So it made the ticket really worth the money, seeing all the stars being able to play. Some few observations I made. Victor Wembanyama, just seeing him in person for the first time was amazing. I've seen so many other great big men before in person, but Victor is very, I would say, kind of like he puts you in awe. Like, for example, I've seen Tim Duncan play before in person, sitting courtside, and I was impressed. But when you see Victor's just how he dwarfs everybody, you're just in shock. Like, to me, it's just kind of amazing. I don't know why, but he made me think of like the Street Fighter 2 character Sagat. Just the way his body is built, it reminds me of Sagat from like the original Street Fighter 2, not like the current ones they make, but just he has like kind of like that frame and that aura. And when he jumps up in the air, it makes you think of Sagat when he did that special finishing move in the video game. Just the way he can jump up straight, just it's kind of amazing to see. I'm not gonna lie. So just yeah, it was cool to see him for the first time. I would also say just he didn't have the best game offensively. He's been battling, from what I've heard, some respiratory illness that's kind of hindered him at times. And you could see in this game, at times he was struggling offensively, but he did get like, I think, two or three dunks I remember seeing and just being like, amazed, just how he didn't really have to even get off the ground to really throw it in there. Just that was impressive. There was this one cool lob play where he couldn't get it down. He almost did, but it would have been awesome if he did. It was like, I think, from Castle to him, and it just got botched up. But yeah, it was fun seeing him just in person. The the shot blocking is amazing. Just it's ridiculous. Some of these blocks he gets, it feels like it's like out of a video game. That's not even real at times. Just like I'm just like I was just like just in shock. Just so it was impressive. Just a great sight to see. There was this one play where he got dunked on. I think it was by this Hornet center named Diabate. I think that's how you say his name. It was an amazing dunk on him, so I got to see that. Granted, I'm a Spurs fan, but I can appreciate that dunk he had on Victor. Just it was pretty fun. Now, Stephon Castle is proving again why I felt that he was so valuable. The Spurs couldn't give him up in a trade for Fox. I had stressed that a few times previously in my videos that I feel that Castle's going to be a star. And in this game, he showed flashes of why I believe that. Just he was impressive. This was like the best game of his career. Granted, he's a rookie. Just this was the best game all season he's had. 33 points. And one thing that I was impressed by was when he was driving to the hole a few times, he started doing the Euro step. It kind of reminded me of Monty Ginobili's Euro step. So I wonder if he's been watching film on Ginobili's Euro step, or if Ginobili's been working with him on the Euro step, because I know Ginobili still works with the Spurs players. So that was cool to see, just him utilizing the Euro step and getting to the basket very easily to get layups or dunks. So that was just cool to see, I would say. Now, I just want to talk about just the Hornets briefly. There's a lot of people that think I'm a hater of LaMelo Ball and that I don't respect LaMelo's game because I made a video of him not being an all-star player. And I'd say that's not true. I've said before that I think LaMelo can be a great player. He has the tools to be great. They're there. Just the problem is his inefficiency, that he's very inefficient. Just he takes a lot of bad shots. He misses a lot of shots. Just that's one of the biggest hangups I have on his game. But I can see how people can still overlook that because he is a very exciting player to watch. I remember, seeing him in that game last night and forgetting how bad he shot in this game. I thought he actually had a good shooting game. And then when I came home and I checked the box scores, I was surprised it was 9 of 26. But he's that type of player. He can make you forget about his inefficiencies, that he has that ability, that he is very exciting to watch, the way he pushes the ball up the court. That's amazing. To me, he speeds up the tempo of the game like very few players can, that he tries to speed you into submission. That's the way I describe him. Like he just keeps pushing, 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 and pushing nonstop. That just he has a way of controlling the pace of the game that not many players can do that. So that's a special gift he has. I think just the biggest thing about him is that he just has to learn how to be more efficient. 9 of 26 is poor shooting. And keep in mind that he shot 4-11 from three, which is not bad, 36%. But if you factor the 2-point shooting, 5 of 15 from two, that is pretty bad. Granted, you could say Victor had an impact on that from being in the paint and making it difficult for him to get easy shots in there. But still, just he needs to just be better overall. But then he does make great plays. Just he has that ability just at the end last night where it looked like he was going to go for a layup, and then he saw he didn't have the room to finish the layup. He was able to quickly change it when he drove into the paint to give Miles Bridges the wide open corner three for the game winner. So that was an impressive play at the end, and it allowed them to win the game. One final note I would say is I was impressed with De'Aaron Fox's competitiveness in this game. He was great on both ends, defensively and offensively. Just his efficiency was awesome. His playmaking was great. He had 0 turnovers. And just his clutchness at the end of the game was impressive, that he nearly won this game when he hit the shot to have the Spurs go ahead by 2. Just I think with 20-some seconds left in the game. And then obviously LaMelo set up that play for the Bridges game winner. Spurs had the ball with 1.4 seconds left. They inbounded the ball to him, and he hit the shot. He just didn't get it off in time. The replay showed it, but that to me was still impressive. It just shows that he's big cojones, and that'll pay off later on in other high-pressure type of game situations. Just he looks like he's going to be a great addition, and he blends in very well offensively, that the other guys, it doesn't seem like he takes away from their offensive games, which is great. Just that's what you love to see. So it was a game worth seeing. It was an awesome experience. I really enjoyed it, and that's all I had to say about it.